Queen of the Desert is a biographical drama film directed by Werner Herzog and released in 2015. The film tells the story of Gertrude Bell, a British explorer, archaeologist, and diplomat who played a crucial role in shaping the political landscape of the Middle East in the early 20th century. The film stars Nicole Kidman in the lead role, alongside James Franco, Damian Lewis, and Robert Pattinson. The film opens with a young Gertrude Bell living with her parents in England. It quickly becomes clear that Gertrude is a woman ahead of her time, with a deep passion for exploring the world and a fierce determination to make her mark on history. As she grows up, she becomes increasingly frustrated with the constraints placed upon women in society, and sets out to carve her own path in life. The bulk of the film takes place in the Middle East, where Gertrude travels as a young woman to explore and document the region's rich history and culture. Along the way, she meets a number of influential figures, including T. Lawrence, played by Robert Pattinson, who becomes a close friend and confidant. As Gertrude's reputation as an explorer and scholar grows, she is drawn into the political intrigues of the region, and becomes a trusted advisor to the British government. One of the film's strongest elements is its stunning cinematography, which captures the beauty and majesty of the Middle Eastern landscapes. From the sweeping desert vistas to the ornate architecture of the palaces and mosques, the film is a visual feast for the eyes. Herzog's direction is confident and assured, allowing the story to unfold at a measured pace while never losing sight of the film's larger themes. Nicole Kidman delivers a strong performance as Gertrude Bell, capturing both her intelligence and her vulnerability. The supporting cast is also excellent, particularly James Franco as the adventurer Henry Cadogan, and Damian Lewis as the British diplomat Charles Doughty-Wylie. Despite its many strengths, Queen of the Desert is not without its flaws. At times, the film's pacing can feel slow, and its dialogue can be stilted and overly formal. Additionally, some viewers may take issue with the film's portrayal of Bell as a lone hero, downplaying the role that the local people played in shaping the political landscape of the region. Queen of the Desert takes place in the early 20th century, a time of great change and upheaval in the Middle East. At the time, the region was dominated by the Ottoman Empire, which had ruled much of the region for centuries. However, the decline of the Ottoman Empire and the rise of European colonial powers created a power vacuum that led to significant political and social upheaval in the region. Gertrude Bell played an important role in this period of transition, both as an explorer and as a diplomat. As a scholar and archaeologist, she was instrumental in documenting the region's history and culture, and helped to preserve many important historical sites. However, she also became involved in the political affairs of the region, using her knowledge and influence to help shape the policies of the British government. One of the key themes of the film is the tension between the Western powers and the local people of the region. Although Bell is portrayed as a sympathetic and empathetic figure, it is clear that she is seen by many in the region as an outsider and a representative of British imperialism. This tension is especially pronounced in her relationship with T. Lawrence, who is shown as deeply conflicted about his own role in the British colonial project. The film also highlights the gender roles and expectations of the time period. Bell is repeatedly told that she cannot participate in the male-dominated world of exploration and politics, and is forced to fight for recognition and respect. Her struggles to find her place in a world that does not value women's contributions are a powerful reminder of the obstacles that women faced in the early 20th century. Werner Herzog is known for his distinctive style as a filmmaker, and Queen of the Desert is no exception. In making the film, Herzog drew on his own experiences filming in the Middle East, as well as his interest in the region's history and culture. One of the key challenges of making the film was capturing the beauty and majesty of the Middle Eastern landscapes. To achieve this, Herzog and his team spent months scouting locations and filming on location in Morocco, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates. The result is a film that is visually stunning, with sweeping desert vistas and ornate palaces and mosques. Another challenge was casting the lead role of Gertrude Bell. Initially, Naomi Watts was attached to the project, but she later dropped out due to scheduling conflicts. Nicole Kidman was ultimately cast in the role, and she delivers a strong performance as Belle. Herzog is known for his unique approach to filmmaking, which often involves a blend of fiction and non-fiction elements. While Queen of the Desert is a narrative film, Herzog's interest in history and exploration is evident throughout. The film features numerous scenes of Belle exploring the region's historical sites and interacting with local people, as well as conversations with historical figures such as T.E. Lawrence. Overall, Herzog's approach to filmmaking is well suited to the subject matter of Queen of the Desert. His fascination with the intersection of history, culture, and politics is evident throughout the film, and his ability to capture the beauty and complexity of the Middle East is a testament to his skill as a filmmaker. There were some controversies surrounding both the subject matter and the making of Queen of the Desert. One of the main criticisms of the film was that it portrayed Gertrude Bell as a British imperialist, rather than as a scholar and explorer in her own right. Some critics argued that the film failed to acknowledge Bell's contributions to the study of the Middle East, and instead focused too much on her role as a diplomat and advocate for British interests in the region. Another criticism of the film was that it portrayed the Middle East through a Western lens, and failed to capture the complexity and nuance of the region. Some viewers felt that the film perpetuated stereotypes about the Middle East, and presented a simplified and romanticized view of the region's history and culture. In addition to these criticisms of the film's content, there were also some controversies surrounding the production itself. During filming, the production team was accused of damaging historical sites in Morocco, including a 12th-century mosque. The Moroccan government launched an investigation into the matter, but ultimately cleared the filmmakers of any wrongdoing. The following are some key historical references in Queen of the Desert. The film opens with a young Gertrude Bell traveling with her family in Persia, present-day Iran, in the late 1800s. She is captivated by the beauty and culture of the region, and develops a lifelong fascination with the Middle East. As a young woman, Gertrude attends Oxford University and begins studying Middle Eastern languages and cultures. She becomes involved in the Arab revolt against the Ottoman Empire during World War I, and meets several key figures in the Arab nationalist movement, including T.E. Lawrence. Gertrude falls in love with a married British diplomat named Charles Doughty-Wylie. Despite their mutual feelings, they are unable to be together due to Doughty-Wylie's commitment to his family. Gertrude becomes a trusted advisor to Winston Churchill and other British officials, and helps to shape British policy in the Middle East. She becomes involved in the negotiations that lead to the creation of Iraq, and is appointed as the country's first director of antiquities. Gertrude's work in Iraq is complicated by political tensions and conflicts with local leaders. She becomes disillusioned with British imperialism and begins to question her role in the region. The film ends with Gertrude returning to England and reflecting on her life and legacy. Despite the challenges she faced, she remains committed to her love of the Middle East and its people. A few more things to know about Queen of the Desert and its production. The film was not a commercial success, grossing only $2 million worldwide against a budget of $36 million. The film's score was composed by Klaus Badelt, known for his work on films such as Pirates of the Caribbean and The Time Machine. The score features traditional Middle Eastern instrumentation and evokes a sense of grandeur and adventure. The film was shot on location in several countries, including Morocco, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates. The production team faced numerous challenges during filming, including extreme weather conditions and cultural differences. Werner Herzog has described Queen of the Desert as a romantic epic that celebrates the spirit of exploration and adventure. In interviews, he has spoken about his admiration for Gertrude Bell and her contributions to the study of the Middle East. Overall, Queen of the Desert is a visually stunning and emotionally engaging film that tells an important story about a remarkable woman. Despite its flaws, it is a powerful reminder of the ways in which individuals can make a difference in the world, even in the face of overwhelming odds.